Hello, dears. I'm Moonberry. It's morning here, and I live on a main road, so you may hear cars going past, or my dog barking, or the crows in the trees. Today, I wanted to make a quick video because I got a question on Reddit, a really good one from, I'm apologizing in advance for mangling your name, honey, KitsunariSoleil. They asked me, how do you decide on your color choices? How do you determine what level of saturation and brightness to use? I'm not a particularly technical person, so if there's any kind of tools or instructions or math with it, in anything, my brain just explodes. So I thought it better if I show you instead of sending a message. But the long and short of it is,
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
the first thing I get is references. So, do I have references for the official art? In this case, yes, I have Irina here on the right. Irina, in this particular piece, she has colors like teal and red and silver. So, I'll go over here to my color palette and I'll try and pick something similar. So, I'll pick that and I'll just slap it on. I'll do it on a different layer just so later I can come back, select it, and adjust the hue and the saturation as asked. And then I'll add that on. Generally, I do pick colors that are a bit duller. Like I do prefer darker hues. If something's too heavily saturated, I'll dull it. I'll bring that down if I can. I'll show you what I mean. Like, for example, select the teal color, adjustments, hue, saturation. And if it's too bright, I'll just bring it down a little bit. That's a bit too gray. And if it's too dark, hold on, go image, adjustments, brightness, contrast. Um, yeah, and I'll brighten it. And the other thing they asked was, for example, a solid red would be FF. Oh my god, would be the. How would you go about shifting it around with saturation and brightness to blend in with the colors of all your other pieces? Firstly, good question. Secondly, this is the part uh, where the truth comes out that Moonberry has no fucking idea what she's doing. How do I blend them in? Oh, oh, there's my child. Hello, darling. Good morning, sweetie. Oh, how'd you sleep? Did you have a good sleep? It's good. Did you want a milk? Yeah, Mummy will make you a milk in a moment. Pardon, darling? You want to watch a movie? Maybe later, okay? Because we're going to go to Grandma and Poppy's today. If I'm looking for a particular hair color or something a little unique, I'll go to Google and I'll Google different hair color swatches. When you buy a box of hair dye and you look at the back and they have those swatches on the back. So I'll try and choose a similar tone to whatever I can find. So if I wanted red hair palettes, I'm incognito because I don't want anyone seeing my steamy search history. But yeah, I'll type hair color palettes and I'll go to images and I'll find tones that I like. For Irina, I like a more of a pinky red. So I'll just go over here and I might bring it down to a more of a pinky purple hue. And yeah, I'll just try and choose a similar tone that I like. the other question was, for example, a solid red, how would you go about shifting it around of saturation and brightness to blend in with the colors of all your other pieces? My characters, they blend together just by chance. Um, but on the occasion, if I do want some characters, say for example, if Irina's too bright and colorful next to Strahd, whose hues are more subdued and desaturated, well, I'll bring her saturation down. I'll show you how I would go about doing that. The reason I'm using this Strahd is, and this Irina as an example, is because I've actually had to do this before when I was putting them together in the same image. Their colors were a bit off, so I just thought if I do it again, it's a good example of how exactly I did that. I think I've got Irina here. Copy her over. Okay. Oh, what a happy wife. Happy, happy, happy. Can't tell she adores her new husband. In this instance, Irina's much brighter than he is. If that did bother me, I would go to use saturation and bring it down just a bit. Just to like what I think looks good. And then I'll go to image adjustment, brightness contrast, bring that down a bit as well. And I might edit the contrast just so she's not as dark. Might create a vibrance. Yeah, so that is how I would adjust a character, just to the point where I feel like they would match better with the other one next to them. But sometimes I won't want to do that. Like if I like them brighter, if I can find an example. For example, Anastasia next. Fuck, I can't pronounce. Anastasia, totally mangled that. Anna next to Strahd. Or I want her to be very vibrant and red, so her next to him, I wouldn't want to dull her because she's trying to show off. She's trying to stand out. She's bowerbirding. She's there for a performance, for a show, to be gazed upon by her husband. So, in her case, I wouldn't edit her specifically to match anyone else. But yeah, there are other characters I would do so in the similar manner to what I just showed you with Irina, if I felt the need to. But majority of the time, I don't need to. It just works out well, and by total accident that they just work. Yeah. Okay. I hope that was helpful. See you later.